take from them everything.
Alright, Shalom. This is Brother Gabar, the Lions Den Camp. And before I hop into this lesson, first and foremost, I'm going to give all praises to the Most High in the true Paleo-Hebrew names and in the Paleo-Hebrew tongue. So, Kal Halayim, Le Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua Bahashem, Hafrakah Kodash Ma'amaf, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, double honors to my elder as well, Harawan, and Shalom to you brothers and sisters pushing and keeping this truth and faith and this sincerity into the end. Alright? So in a nutshell, man, this lesson is just going into how Yahushua is, returning to the earth, man, with a war cry, with a shout, with a call to action, man, to the host, the host of heaven, and also, that hopeful elect down here on the earth, man. The Lord is coming back with a war cry, man, a call to action, a command, to execute judgment and vengeance upon this place, man. These other nations, primarily Esau, the so-called Caucasian race, but these other nations as well, and also 2/3 of our people, so I'm gonna hop right into it, man. It's the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse 16. It says, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead in Yahushua shall rise first." Right? So it says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout. So let's see what that shout is. Right? So it says, G2753, a cry of incitement. Right? Like inciting a riot. It says an order, command, a stimulating cry. Man, just like in the movies, man, when the leader of the army, he let out that war cry, that's like a order, it's like a command, to his troops, to his host, his army, man, to, rouse them up for battle, man, get them in that spirit of doing battle, man, going to war, fighting, slinging that sword, right? And we're doing that now spiritually, because it says spiritual warfare, but it's going to come a day, man, when Yahweh Shem Yahushua ordains it, that spiritual warfare is gonna turn physical, man, on the side of Jake, Israelites, because Esau fighting this spiritual war, but they also fighting it carnally as well, gunning our people down, so on and so forth. But the Lord commanded us to fight spiritually. We doing our fighting with the scriptures, with the knowledge and the wisdom, the spiritual sword. But a day gonna come, man, where the Lord turns us fishermen into hunters, to where that spiritual sword become a physical sword, man. Right? So I'm going to keep going. It says, an order, command, a stimulating cry, either that by which animals are roused and urged on by a man, as horses by charioteers. So in the ancient days, you got the charioteer, the horses pulling a chariot, and the charioteer, giving the horses commands, shouts, stimulating cries, hiya, get up, hiya, calls to action, right? And it says, as horses by charioteers, hounds by hunters, right? Man, think back to the days of slavery, where you had Esau that would hunt runaway slaves with hounds, and they would give them commands, calls to action, get them, sick them, there you go, get them, and it says, are that by which a signal is given to men, right? Man, so when we hear that war cry, descending from the heavens, all the way down from the earth, man, that's going to rally the spirits of that hopeful elect, man, knowing that, this is time, And it says, to rowers by the master of a ship, to soldiers by a commander, right? And are we not soldiers for the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, persevering and enduring and pushing on in this truth? Man, we are soldiers for the Lord, That's why we endure hardness as good soldiers for the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Awaiting that command, awaiting that shout, that war cry, that call to action, man. All right. So going back, it says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout. Man, about to descend with that shout, that war cry, that stimulating cry, that order, that command, that call of action, signaling that it's go time, because by then when you hear that shout, that war cry, it's too late. That's why the scripture tell you, make no tarrying to turn unto the Lord. All right, because the Lord is He's not coming for peace. He coming with a sword. He coming for judgment, destruction. The time for peace is now. While the men of the Lord are out on the highways and byways, while lessons still being uploaded, that gospel of peace is going out now. To reconcile 2/3 of our people back to the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. But if you don't get it now, man, it's gonna be too late by the time you hear that war cry. That shout descending from the heavens, man. That war cry, man, coming from the mouth of Yahushua, man. So it says, for the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel. All right, so let's get into archangel. It says, archangel, a chief angel, right? And that's just simple and straight to the point, because angel just means a messenger, because just like, the men of the Lord and those concealing this truth, man, we are angels as well, carrying that message, which is the knowledge and wisdom and understanding of these scriptures, man, which is the truth, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's the message that we carry, so we are acting angels, man. All right, but it says an archangel is a chief angel, man. So what's that message that Yahushua is coming with? That chief angel. What is the message that he is coming with? And this is it right here, among other things, but it's the book of Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34, and it says, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. Right? That's the message that the Lord is coming with, man. When you hear that war cry, that great shout descending from the heavens, man, that's a message. Like, it's go time, it's judgment time, it's destruction time, it's slaughtering time. Right? And again, it says, think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword, man. And again, that time for peace is now, man. Why this truth is still being broadcasted. Man. Fine, but this is that message, that Yahushua is coming with, man. Again, because angel goes into the messenger. And this is that chief message, man, that the Lord Yahushua is bringing when he returns, man. It's judgment time. It's destruction time. It's slaughtering time. And and again, if you don't have this truth by then, it's too late, man. Because you either denied it, you procrastinated, you tarried, whatever the case may be, man. If you don't have it by then, it's too late. Because the Lord not gonna hear. Oh, sorry, I skipped past that video because I had to do this, or I walked past them brothers on the street because I had to do this, or man, the Lord not hearing none of that. He coming back, man. He coming back with that war cry, destruction, judgment. He not hearing please, man. Come on. Salakia. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 16, just to keep the ball rolling. And it says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rock. Right? So again, man, right now in this spiritual fight, the Lord has us as fishermen, and fishermen, what do? They cast the net or they line and they gather in fish, man. It's nothing violent about it, they cast a net to gather in the fish, man. Getting that hopeful elect, those that have eyes to see and ears to hear, dividing the good fish from the bad fish, man. Getting the ones that's meant to hear it and marking the ones that's not, That's our duty as fishermen. All right, but the scripture says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them, man. Right? Fishing for that hopeful elect, man. Those that have the eyes to see and ears to hear. But when that's done, it says, and after will I send for many hunters. Right? man, we not hunting right now. We fishermen, you know? And it says, and after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them, right? Man, so man, when the Lord returned with that war cry, man, that command, that call to action, that's when those hunters gonna get roused up, man, to join in that destruction and that judgment, you know, that slaughtering. That's when those hunters gonna get roused up, you know, when the men of the Lord get changed from fishermen to hunters. You know, and that's gonna be a terrible day for Esau, these other nations, but also 2/3 of our people, man. Right? Because they're gonna see the Lord in all His glory, you know. But it's not gonna be a welcoming sight to them, man. Because within that is their judgment, is their destruction, you know. Come on, man. And then let me get Salakia. Continuing on in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and I'm gonna get verse 20. Right, and it says, just to get straight to the point, it says, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms." All right, so man, we doing that now in a spiritual sense, man. We still being used as a Lord battle axe, man. That's how you know the Lord is a man of war, you know, an excellent tactician, you know, because first he, you know, sent us in to break up and, you know, dismantle all the lies and the deceit, you know, destroying destroying things in a spiritual sense, right? You know, to weaken the morale, you know what I'm saying, of 2/3 and also these other nations, man, right? And then, man, he gonna send in, you know, that carnal sword, that physical sword, man, to execute that physical destruction and judgment, to, you know, to clear out what's left, man. So it says, "Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms." You know, and again, we're doing that spiritually now with the spiritual sword, man. You know, the knowledge and wisdom and understanding of these scriptures, the truth. You know, we fight on a spiritual level right now, still being the Lord's battle axe, you know, because it says, "With thee will I break in pieces the nations." We're doing that spiritually right now by tearing down the ideologies and philosophies and religions and false gods and beliefs of these other nations, man. You know, pulling our people away from the ways of these other nations. And it says, "And with thee will I destroy kingdoms." And the main kingdom that we destroying right now spiritually, man, is Esau's kingdom, man, here in America. You know, man, this place is slowly but surely falling because the truth is out. You know, the lies are being exposed through the true knowledge and wisdom and understanding of these scriptures, man. You know, which is through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. This kingdom is being destroyed, you know, because our people are waking up, man. You know, seeing the lies, seeing the deceit, Salakia, seeing the bull crap, you know, seeing that they have been led astray, you know, by Esau in this system, right? So this kingdom is already being destroyed, man, spiritually. All right, but that physical destruction, man, when the Lord turns us into those, you know what I'm saying, physical battle axes, man, those, you know, those hunters, you know, change us from fishermen to hunters, you know, then will we physically, man, break in pieces these nations, man, you know, hunt them, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. You know what I'm saying? And Salakia, let me go back to just back to 1 Thessalonians 4:16. The main point I want to get, it says, "And the dead in Yahweh shall rise first." You know, and that's not talking about, you know, people raising up from the grave like zombies and things like that. No, it says, "And the dead in Yahweh shall rise first," man. Those that died in this truth, man. Those that died with the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, you know, and whose spirits are in the heavens dwelling with Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. They shall be a part of the host of heaven, man, the army of heaven. You know, they're gonna be right down here, man, with the Lord, Yahweh Shah, and with the angels, man. You know, executing vengeance and judgment upon this place. You know, and that going to the that last precept is the Lord using us as his battle axe, man. you know, and weapons of war, because we're gonna take part in that judgment and destruction and slaughtering, man, of these other nations, and also 2/3 of our people, man. You know? So man, when you hear that war cry descending from the heavens, man, it's game over. That's it. You know? And Khan, man, this was a quick lesson I wanted to do, man. Just going into how, man, the Lord is returning with a war cry, man. You know, and that war cry, that great shout from the heavens, man, is gonna stir up and rouse up the spirits of that hopeful elect, man, to know, like, you know, this is it, this is it. You know, man, just like on all the old war movies, man, like the last battle of the movie, you always see the troops getting real roused up, you know, real hype, you know, real being incited, you know, because they know, like, this the last battle, like this, you know, after this is over, it's salvation after this, it's freedom after this, you know. And that's exactly how that hopeful elect, you know, that 1/3 are going to be, man, when that war cry, that great shout, you know, descending from the heavens through Yahweh Shai. That's exactly how we gonna be when we hear that, man. You know, knowing that this is it, man. This is the last, you know, this is the last rally, man. You know. And Khan, with that, I'm gonna say shalom.